Hey everyone, welcome to today's tutorial. Have you ever wanted to create your own weather app? Well, today we will build one using HTML, CSS and JavaScript and integrate it with Weather API to fetch real-time data. By the end of you will have a fully functional app to show off. So let's dive in. We will start by creating a HTML structure. In our file, we will include an input box for entering the city name, a search button and a section to display the weather details. Here's the code snippet for this. If you are new to this channel, please consider subscribing to HoverX for watching more front-end development video. Also like this video. So here as you can see, I have input field with a ID of city input for entering the city name. Then I have a button with a ID of search button. And then we have a weather details where I'm going to show city name, temperature and some description. So I have given the ID for same. Now that we have our structure, let's style it to make it visually appealing. We will create a centered card with a image background and style our input and buttons for a modern look. So inside the body, I had set a background image and I had also centered the card by applying the display flex and justify content align atom centers. And for the weather app, I had also applied the backdrop filtered blur and also added a WebKit for proper supporting so that it has a blur effect on the card. Accordingly, I had also styled button input button as to make it look more modern and added some styling for the text details. Now let's bring our app to life using OpenWeather API. We will use JavaScript to send a request to API and fetch weather details like temperature and conditions. Now if you go to openweathermap.org, after you sign up, you have to go to your profiles and inside the profile there will be a API keys tab. So click it. Here you will get a default key or you can also generate a new key. This key will help in calling the API. Now let's go to JavaScript. Keep your key just you copied from OpenWeather API into a separate variable. Then after that I'm selecting the different elements. For example, search button, city input, city name, temperature and description for setting the values. After that I'm setting an event lister. Click search into a search button and also getting the value of input field and storing into the city variable. And after that, if city name is entered into input field, then I will call the fetch weather function. Else I am alerting, please enter the city name. Now let's create the fetch weather function. So inside fetch weather function, we will be fetching the data from the Open Weather Map API like this. So this is the URL. So it has a query which you have to pass the city name and you can have to append your API key like this, and after that you will get a response in the JSON and you can handle like this. So if the response is 200, I am replacing the city name dot text content with the data which I had received with the data dot name. Similarly, I am replacing the temperature and description text content with the temperature and weather data and also appending degree Celsius beside the number. And if let's say data is not there, I am replacing the city name and temperature with the empty strings, and in description text content I am replacing it with the city not found error and also appending a catch for handling the unexpected errors. If you are interested, I have already created explaining the fetch method in JavaScript in a separate video. You can click the I button to check that video. Now let's test our app. We are successfully able to fetch the data from the API. And if I go to the inspect element and go to the network tab, if I try to write another city or country name, we have this 200 OK response. And if we check the preview, we have lots of information which we are getting from the API. So we also have a coordinates, longitude and latitude for the provided city. Then we have other data like fields like temperature, humidity, pressure and mean and max temperature also. We also get a description like clear sky, which I had used, and it also gives us the wind speed and other details for the wind. If you found this helpful, keep the video a thumbs up, subscribe and let me know what you would like to see in the next video. Thanks for watching.